poor body language from Gresham Wagner before he wants this win. He charged up for Jared Thomas and Nathan Nicholson.
The crowd cheers as he crosses the finish line in last place. All kidding aside, hey, we are not in a race car right now. We're in the 35th anniversary Mazda MX-5, but guess what? This thing is not far from a race car, and that is the MX5 Cup. We're headed to CTMP, and we are going to check out what's involved. Basically, Mazda MX5 Cup 101. If you're looking for exciting bumper-to-bumper, wheel-to-wheel racing, look no further than the Mazda MX-5 Cup. This series features some of the most talented up-and-coming race car drivers, and being that all the cars are basically the same, it's close racing. It's not just a race of who has the most money and the most horsepower. It's one of the most competitive series out there. Not only do you need to be fast and smooth, strategy makes this almost like a game of chess at high speed. And this series is very popular. How so? Well, you'll see the MX-5 Cup on the same race bill as some of the largest race weekends in North America. Oh, and there's even a 6-part docuseries called First to the Finish on Amazon Prime.
New era of racing.
We actually caught up with Shay Holbrook from First to the Finish, as well as BSI Racing's team owner, to see what it's all about. Plus, check out how different the Cup cars are from the one we're driving today. Mazda Cup 101, tell us about it.
Yeah, listen, if you're a fan of motorsports and you watch sports car racing in America and in Canada right now, this is the hot series to watch. The Mazda MX-5 Cup is the most competitive. It is a breeding ground for future champions, which is why you have so many young, talented race car drivers come up through the Mazda ranks. And it just doesn't get much better than this. There's $250,000 cash prize for the champion at the end of the season. There's purse payouts per race weekend, so they're gonna come when money's offered.
It's exciting. Not only did I get a hot lap, and it wasn't even in a Cup car, it was in the pace car, but during qualifying, watching 25 of these Miatas go, it's
gnarly. It's wild.
My hair was standing up.
Yeah, mine as well. I have to shave my arms because of it, right? It's crazy. It's dog eat dog. It is very much a series where you have to fight for position, fight for the corner, fight for the brake zone, fight for your podium and wins. And inherently, because of the close quarter racing in nature of this, cars sometimes don't finish.
Okay, so are these stock cars? What's so different about the Cup car?
So there's a lot of OEM parts, but then there's a lot of motorsport parts that are in combination with this really nice Mazda MX-5 street car turned into a Cup car. Now this car goes to the motorsport arm of Mazda Motorsports at Fliss Performance, located in Daytona Beach, Florida. Actually not too far from the BSI headquarters, about 30 minutes due north. And they get turned into, from a street car, straight off the factory line, fully tilted out, full trim from the OEM coming over from Japan on a ship, over to the Fliss Performance, and then it gets torn down essentially to become what an MX-5 Cup car ultimately becomes. Now, a lot of the similarities from the OEMs over to the motorsport side is, first and foremost, the engine. The engine is a stock engine, and they're sealed through Mazda Motorsports. Why I bring that up is because it's important for drivers and families that are looking forward to coming into the series. This engine is actually one of the cheapest components on the car. Every once in a while, these engines over time start to let go. If you're running these cars at the full paces, at full tilt, and after a few seasons, you're looking for horsepower and you're looking for your competitive advantages. So the engine is OEM, but big components that are different is, as you can see, this has a roll cage, right? So from a safety mechanism and standard, we have to have a full FIA certified roll cage that Fliss Performance does. We completely gut down the car, paint the interior. There's a lot of electronics. There's Bosch Motorsport electronics that get put into the car. On top of that, there's a lot of safety equipment for the driver. Fire suppression systems, things of that nature. You have a racing seat and a 6-point harness. So outside of the safety component, the performance components that change are the tire, the rim, the coilover, the full braking system, which is a Brembo braking system. Our coilovers and partner is with Penske, and our tire is with Michelin. So we're running a real true racing slick. That is extremely tunable, and actually with our relationship with Penske, it's even strengthened our ability to have a competitive advantage. So as teams, you know, in the paddock are rivaling, right? These cars are fully spec'd. So you really shouldn't have, you know, too much variance. It's a very difficult way, or cheating is very difficult in this series, right? Because like you're gonna get caught if you do. So the window is super tight. That's why you see these drivers that are, you know, nanoseconds to a tenth apart from each other, from first place all the way down to sometimes even fifth place. Now, the fine tuning on the suspension side of things is really where like teams come alive, and that's where, you know, I believe that BSI Racing, my team, is mostly successful in that area. Our coaching and engineering staff is just unparalleled to so many other teams in the paddock. But again, I mean, listen, I'm biased, Brian. And then I think another mention, right, is as you're zooming in there on the shifter.
Yep.
So this is not your typical H-pattern gearbox. This is a SADAB sequential gearbox. So you're punching down gears and pulling up gears. And the primary reason for that is, honestly, you know, we're driving these cars 11/10ths all the time, and the OEM gearbox, while it's the perfect OEM gearbox for everyday street driving, when you have these young kids, the Tyler Gonzalez, the number 57 car, you have the number 13 car of Weston Workman, and all of these other drivers coming through the series that are looking for every competitive advantage. These guys are breaking gearboxes, right? So with that SADAB and that sequential gearbox, it's extremely robust, way actually overbuilt for this car, and now we don't have any shifting issues, and so we have longevity throughout the season.
Do you have to use a clutch, or you can just...
It's actually, that's a great question. You only have to use the clutch to get the car rolling,
Yep.
and then it's no clutch, pretty much no lift shift as well. You have to blip the downshifts to some extent, depending on how, you know, not every driver has to. Actually, a great example is the 13 car here, the Little Caesar Weston Workman car. This car, my driver blips downshifts, but also my BSI driver, Tyler Gonzalez at the 57, he doesn't blip any downshifts.
So there's a little bit of some war wounds that I see on some of these cars.
Oh man, Brian, these cars look awesome right now, all right? We haven't raced yet. You see a lot of, you know, in this series, we do a lot of drafting, and drafting inherently is going to create, you know, bumper to bumper, door to door, wheel to wheel environments. And you'll see here, like at Canadian Motorsport Park on the back straight here, drafting in these cars are worth a second on the back straight alone. You'll see trains of drafts start to form, 2, 3 car lengths, 6 car lengths, 10 car lengths. You'll see them 2 wide, even 4 wide going down into turn 8. So, you know, inherently, like, because of the close quarter racing, people are using each other, so.
I noticed, man, you know, there's an autograph session. The lineup was long. Like, this is a very popular series. You know, and you're racing with, you know, with the whole circus here, right, with the big boys. Have you raced yourself MX5 Cup?
So I actually have not driven Mazda MX-5 Cup, not in a professional environment. I've driven the cars, I've tested. I'd love to, but Brian, come on, man, give me some slack. Like, running one of the largest teams in the series, we're actually scaled down right now to 6 Mazda MX-5 Cup cars. I run upwards of 10. The bandwidth between running the team, managing at 30,000 feet, making sure that my drivers and our partners in the series is taken care of. I don't have time to get in a car anymore. I miss it. I always say, don't retire me, right? Like, never say never, but I get so much fulfillment out of owning a team and making these dreams come true for these drivers and their partners.
Wow, what a weekend, and what an eye-opener into what MX5 Cup is. I watched the series on Amazon, and I followed it a little bit, but actually seeing behind the scenes how, you know, talking to the drivers and owners and, you know, drivers' parents, and it's incredible how popular this series really is. And why? Because this racing is as competitive as it gets. One lap, you could be leading the race. Next lap, you could be in 5th if you're left, you know, hanging out dry. It's kind of like NASCAR and but a road track, but in a smaller open top car. It's a combination of everything. And drivers that can actually master MX5 Cup can really, like, if you could be in the top 15, let's just say, you could go into any other racing. Another thing we learned, it is the most affordable motorsport professional series out there. You know, these guys are running with the big boys. I didn't say cheap though, but if you compare it to what else is out there, you know, like Porsche Cup, or, you know, like GR Corollas, any type of other spec racing, it is inexpensive. So it's going to cost you about, if you want to buy your own car, it's about $100,000 right off. That's basically turnkey. You're ready to go at that point. If you want to go with the team, and basically you're paying the team, and that they're going to include the car, but also driver training and everything else. They're going to try to groom you and give you all the knowledge that they've learned. You're going to run about $25,000 per race weekend. So yeah, not inexpensive, about $250,000 for the entire season if you go that route, or you can save some money if you can afford to buy your own car. But you know, it all depends how deep your pocketbooks are, or how much in depth you want to get into it. They do have a scholarship program for up and coming drivers, and that's how Ashlyn Speed, she actually won that last year, so that helps out for this season for sure. But yeah, not inexpensive, but inexpensive for professional racing. And there is a big top prize at the end of the year of $250,000. So that is huge for a manufacturer to put that type of money out. I just have so much respect for these drivers and teams, all the hard work that they put into it, and what a great show they put on as well. So I gotta say, if you see MX5 Cup coming to a track near you at a big race, for instance, like an IMSA race or maybe an IndyCar race, make sure to watch it. You will not be disappointed. In fact, it could be the highlight of your race weekend for sure. The racing is just so good. And also, you want to get more, watch that Prime Video First to the Finish series. It's great. It really, really is good. So that's it for today's video. Big thanks to Mazda Canada and Mazda USA and Motorsports for having me and letting me share this experience with you. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. Bye.